Alright, can you guys hear me? Right, okay. My apologies. Yeah, you can hear me, because I just heard myself. It's just there. I've got the stream on myself, and I can hear myself. So you must be able to hear me. You couldn't hear me to start with, because I was talking without actually pulling my microphone down, so I was unmuted. Right. So guys, obviously I'm running a bit late, so just bear with me. I'm just sharing the link. Once I've done this, I'll be all set. Here we go. First 2 races tonight. Right, there we go. All sorted. I can be with you now. Right, I've got no idea what's going on. Oh, 1 lap on the board. Ralph Staffen has done a 1:19.4. Who lived there? They've just started a lap. Let's see if we can find somebody. There's an Alpha Tauri coming round. This is Flair Hamster. Goes obviously into P2, 120.3. Find either of the... Oh, there's a Red Bull. Maybe I can find the Red Bull. There we go. Donkey Kong. 1:18.6 goes fastest. Substantially. Chell's Kitchen. Let's play on words for the name. 1:19.2. We should see a pole position at least in the 1:17s. Danny's with us. We may see a 16 from Danny. Not impossible. Switching through. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, let's just find somebody on a lap and watch him. Ronnie Mommy. Ronnie. Oh, I'll just call him Ronnie. I won't be late at 8, alright? Yeah, it is this Tin Pot League, Aaron. He's right, it is a Raven success so far, but after trying to ask how I did last night, I don't feel like being nice to him anymore. It's distracting me from what I'm doing as well, so... What does that say? Jesper spilled gamma. Spilt game, sorry, that's my eyes. Jesper spilt get I don't know. Which league? This league, Aaron, is called JDs League, and Wales League is WAOF1. Which is clearly standing for Whale and Oozers F1. Very imaginative. You'd already guessed it. Oh. No way. Right. I'm concentrating now, I promise. I'm concentrating. Let's actually watch people do laps. Of course he's on an out lap, of course he is. K-Cars way down, so not on a proper lap. Zippy is up. Right, let's watch this one because we've got something to compare it to. So a couple of attempts up through sets of 2. See how he does. Oh, got a fly buzzing around me. It's out of the final corner and head to the line. Looks like a decent improvement. So yeah, half a second. Moves into P7 for now. Let's go to Danny. So didn't get a clear lap on the board last time, as you could tell, with a 29.9. And he's oh, hang on. I know what Danny's doing. I don't think he's actually doing a qualifying lap. Danny, in short qualifying sessions, he likes to go out and do a bit of practice and just get used to the track, and then he just comes out for one fast run at the end of the session. Which I'll never be a fan of doing, because if I did that, I'd invalidate straight away. As you can see, still not improving. So we'll stick with him actually, because he may have made oh, he's invalidated, so he has made a mistake again anyway. Big Al. Nope. The Corsi, it's his league, JD. I'd recommend joining Whoopi. Well, he's a good racer, man. And may not be spaced tonight, but I'd definitely recommend joining and getting yourself a full-time seat when one comes up. Well, all I can say to you, mate, is watch it after this. It's an outstanding league, outstanding racing, and people can learn off. Of course, he went up into P3. I'm still not concentrating, am I? Flair Hunster just starting a lap. Aaron, did you realise when you were doing the streaming last night that the timings mess up in the top right? It sometimes says they're on like 3 minutes something on a lap, and then they cross the line, and it's nothing like that at all. Cam Dog. See how it gets on. I'll have to find someone for a hilly hot lap in a minute. We've lost MZ, who's retired. I mean, that could have happened 5 minutes ago, I don't know. So I'll be concentrating, so. Cam Dog, 21.7 up, so. That would put him on 19.7, which would be good enough for a P12. But presuming he's going to gain some more in the final sector as well. He goes to the top 10 reasonably comfortably. Yeah, he is going to. So comes out the final corner, and it's 1:19.0, puts him into P6 for Ferrari. Kaz just went up into 6th then. Being P1, 1:18.0 at the moment. So I'm just trying to remember, Whale, can you remember what pole position was for WAOF1 around here? If I remember rightly, I think Carsey nicked it on a 16.3, which is insane. So with TNK at the moment, got a few new drivers on the track tonight, by the way, so there are a few names that I'm not used to. Just bear with me a little bit. TNK then into the chicane. Whoopi goes faster still, 1:17.8. 1:18.8 for TNK, goes into P5. Nice start to the session. Kaz heading for the line. 1:18.4, that puts him into P2. Right, just going to have a look who's close to the line on night lap. Looks like Big Al is our closest. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick with Big Al. We'll ride on board. And we'll do... Oh, hang on. Where's this light flashing? Is he coming in? Well, it's not flashing, but it's on. No, he is coming round. So we'll ride on board, then we'll do a hilly hot lap. So obviously out the final corner, get as much... Get on the throttle as early as you can and produce as much speed all the way up the long straight into turns 1, 2 and 3, effectively one huge S-bend. Comes round. Don't touch the inside curve, that will destabilise you and you will end up spinning. Heading up to turn 4, late on the brakes, keep it over to the left ideally on entry so that you can then come in and take a late apex. Open up the steering, get on the power, head down to the hairpin. Likes to hug the curb there as you saw. Again, open up the steering, get on the power, head into the chicane. Again, it's quite light on the brakes, but you need to nail that one really. Head into the quick right-handers, just a slight lift off the power, you don't need to brake there. Ever slight lift, and then you can nail it without actually braking. Into the left-hander then, this is a new part of the circuit for this year. And we head round into the right, very much the same, just cut all the inside but don't touch the curb. Keep out to the left for entry into this one. This will take you to the chicane. Brake down. Some will use second, some will use third. Then get out on the power as quick as you can for the final corner. But be careful because traction can be a bit low around there. And that is a 19.4 from Big Al, which puts him in P15. Nice job, sir. Let's go to Epic. He's clearly not driving properly, like fast there, is he? So, and we find somebody who's up. Raf Stappen's just finished a lap up, I think. No, actually, I think he's just started a lap, so we'll stick with Raf. I'll tell you what, Mr. Well, you laughed at, but I'll tell you what, I'm actually, the guys that Aaron's mentioned above you there, I'm actually getting in amongst those boys in the time trials now. Beating Spreader regularly now in time trial, and 0 I'm ahead of on the tracks I've done recently as well. So I have got the pace there, I was just taking it into a race and not spinning. 3 DNFs in a row isn't exactly helping my cause. That's like doubled the amount of DNFs I've ever had. 3. That means I've had like 6 DNFs in the whole, like, well, since I started racing in November last year. Anyway, Raf Stappen goes 9 tenths faster, 17.9. Great lap. Somebody else jumped up there. I think, was it K-Kaz? I'm not sure. Didn't see. No, he's on an outlap, so it can't be him. Oh no, it was Epic up into 18.5 into P5. Thank you, Aaron. I have been very unfortunate. Thank you. Yeah, well, it's only a couple of the lads. Then the rest are like, well, a bit slacking in most areas. So 4 attempts, improvement from Cam Dog into P10. Is Danny not coming out? Danny's not coming out, so he's going to start from the back for whatever reason. He did tell me that he's well, yeah, no, I won't broadcast it, but 0 Scott then, so he's not got a lap on the board yet now. This is a driver that is usually high up the grid in JD's League. His teammate out of the way. Certainly wasn't in the way, the teammate, but he might have distracted him a bit. Oh, was in the way for the car behind. Alfa Romeo. Well, it could have been Kaz or Seb. I don't want to move off of Zero Scott at the moment. Looked like Zero Scott's teammate returned to the racing line, forgetting to double check there's nobody else coming. And Zero Scott across the line, 118.3, puts him in P3. It's well done. Effectively only getting the 1 lap. I'm sure he'd have gone quicker if we'd have got more laps to try and improve that. Ronnie Mommy. Currently on 21.5. Doesn't improve. Big out. Oh, he's just started a lap actually. Oh, hello. What's going on here then? It's Ryan and Andy Gatehouse. Don't know why it's Ryan was just sat there for ages. TNK's round as well. What on earth's going on? Weird. Epic, not improving. Verstappen, not improving. It's going to be hard for people to improve when there's cars all over the track. I think that's the end of qualifying. Nobody's improving. TNK, it can't be. Oh, he's right. Okay, his spin or whatever happened after the second set, so that's why it was showing an improvement. I'd say it'd be impressive to improve when you've spun on your lap. That'd be something. What is going on? Why can I still select these drivers? Is the lobby glitched or something? I can still select Running Mommy, or is it because it's happened after the checkered flag? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, that is the end of qualifying, and let's see Verstappen P2. So, I'll go down the list. Just a second. Verstappen picks up a 5th-place grid penalty, so he'll actually start P7, moving the cars in between all up one. So Whoopi pole position, well done Whoopi. P2 for Verstappen, Seb P3, Zero Scott P4, KCAS 5, Jesper, whatever that says, P6, Epic P7, Jada Corsi P8, Donkey Kong 9, Zippy 10, Candog 11, AMZ 12, TNK, and the Gatehouse. So I'm just going to scroll through those so that they can be used for the standings. Looks like Big Al's going to start from the back, having picked up a grid penalty. I'm just going to scroll through the instance in case they're needed. And there we have it. So that's qualifying, guys. He's definitely washed. I completely agree, Aaron. He is washed. Spectators glitched. Oh well. I don't know if I put sugar in my coffee or not. Yes, I did. Yay. Right, gotta have my coffee to keep going, otherwise I should be falling asleep in my 8 o'clock race. I'll get sacked. Well, they'll sack me. Can't really sack someone that does it for free, can you? Oh no, I don't do it for free, well, do I? I use the scrote on my channel, that's my payment. Right then, let's get the details up. Tyres. I'm glad to see a dry Spain by the looks of it. I don't mean money might go wet later on, but glad that we're starting dry, because almost every Spain race I've done so far starts wet. In fact, it starts full wet, goes to intermediates, and then goes to dries. And it's on. It's been like every single race I've done at Spain. It's annoying. So, glad to see this. Anybody out there that drives in other leagues and that, you might want to let your... something I let Aaron know last night for RF1 is, you know you get the weather glitch at the start sometimes, where it have full rain or something like that, and then it have sun all the way through the race. And then when you get to the race, it is raining heavy, or vice versa. If you put the weather, instead of having it on accurate, if you change it to approximate, so that you get the percentages instead, it sorts that glitch out. Until they actually fix it properly, anyway. So, Danny having started at the back, he'll be interested to see how he gets on, gets through the field. Whoopi has a little spin, doing pirouettes. There's also back then, who was that? Someone else, don't matter anyway. They'll all get there in the end. So, we are getting ready to get going. Camera for the start of this is terrible, so I'm going to go on board with K-Kaz. As we get about 200 metres down the straight, I can change it back to broadcast, but for the start we'll ride on board with K-Kaz, and away we go. That's right. He's got off to a really good start, but he ended up getting boxed in as the Aston Martin come over, which just put him under a bit of pressure. Here we go then. Does everybody get through cleanly? Looks like they did. So is that a McLaren running? No, it's a Ferrari running wide there. What I can see, I think everybody's got them. No, something has happened to Verstappen. He's dropped to the back. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, as the Alfa Romeo and Aston Martin are fighting side by side. Seb on the inside for Alfa Romeo. He's our PC player, one of our PC players. Good little test out of the crossplay this. Oh, and a couple of drivers dropping down. One's JD and the other's Epic. Whenever they had contact between each other. Oh, Zippy's ended up down there as well. And K-Kaz is out. Oh my. He's flipped over. Look at that. Is that part of the spectator glitch? Should I leave and rejoin, do you think? It's only a virtual safety car, so I particularly want to leave and rejoin under a VSC. But might not get another chance. So Ronnie Mommy gets 5 seconds speeding in the pit lane. Few pitters then. So Zippy in, DeCourcy in, Flair Hunter and Ronnie Mommy all in. It's not ideal for them, as VSC has ended, and it's, TNK now has a spin round. Now Zippy's out. That's got to be retirement in the pit lane, hasn't it? Why would you retire in the pit lane? What's going on? Well, in a way, we carry on. It's up to people if they retire in the pit lane. I don't know why you would retire at this early point. I mean, I might have thought it might have been severe damage, but he seemed to retire as this car was coming out the pits, not going in. So, in a way, say we carry on. Seb, have we got anybody actually close at the moment? Oh, I think Ryan's had a moment out of the final corner. Covers it. Still in P14. And Chell's Kitchen has had to pit as well, and a McLaren. There's loads going on. And Dog then chasing down. Yeah, okay, Aaron. No worries, man. Thanks for joining, buddy. Cam Dog here, trying to get after Andy Gatehouse. Obviously, Cam starting on the softs, which is an interesting strategy for Spain. So they don't go very far. Oh! As we run on board of him. Oh, that's a reset to track. So, in amongst all this, Danny's already up to P9. Looks like somebody else has had an instant. I think it must have been Ryan, because he was the only one where the yellow flags were, but he's recovered it in a way. Zero Scott now sets fastest lap. We'll go back to Seb. I see DRS is active. See, it's not quite going to get alongside this time. But it's all helping him get up onto the back of Jesper. So let's hope, as we've got a set of 1 yellows dropping down. Big out. I think it was Big out. By the looks of it, it was an Alpha Tauri going by the map, so I think it was. And let's hope, though, that things are going to settle down now. Every time I go to say that, somebody causes a yellow flag. And this time I believe that's JD. No, actually it's Ryan. Sorry, not JD. Sorry, JD. It's Ryan. We'll stick with the actual race in action. Show you how close these guys actually are. Several of them in a row. It's only just dawned on me we ain't got Lawton tonight. Where's Lawton? He'd still be expecting driver of the day, mind, even though he's not here. So here we go then. Seb's going to go to the outside. It's going to be difficult to get it round here. And no, on this occasion Jesper does manage to defend that one. Seb at the moment showing really good pace. It's on the hard tyres, mate. Started on the hards. We're at the point of the race where the medium should be the stronger tyre, still reasonably comfortably. So Flair Hunter had to pit. It's back out now. Right then, so we've got a bit of a train happening here between behind Jesper. So he said in qualifying, I don't know Jesper, he's a new driver. He's doing very well at the moment. Still P2, he's not particular. I mean, he is losing time to Whoopi, but it's not like, you know, it's not loads and loads. As you can see, his ERS light is flashing. That's a bit too much weaving. Might get away with it once, but there's a bit of contact this time. He hits back through. Now Seb coming under pressure from the other Aston Martin of Zero Scott. Well, I have absolutely no idea what's just happened here. I never reset to track. Are we allowed to reset to track? Every other league I'm in, you're not allowed to reset to track, so that all looks a bit strange then, because Jesper's car seemed to ghost on our screen. I think, say, there may be some sort of spectator glitch going on, so I don't know what it is. I seem to be having problems every time we do crossplay. To be honest, on anything, it's I can't blame crossplay. I don't know that that's causing it. It's just I do seem to have problems. Right, 0 at the moment on the back of Seb. That's Danny right behind, so he's in P7. I've started on the hard tyres. If you want to know where to put your smart money right now, or where the smart money is, Danny winning this race is probably the smart money, although Whoopi's in with a fantastic shot as well. I'd say they were pretty even at the moment. Even money. So, Zero Scott then, up into P5. Nice move, let's go to... Oh, hello. That was 2 back markers, I believe. What is going on? This ghosting, this is because they're being lapped, so they will ghost, but they won't ghost like forever, sort of thing. I don't know what that was all about. Of course, he seemed to break for the corner where he should, and Ryan just smashed into the back of him. Not sure at all what was going on there. Back to Andy Gatehouse then, in the Red Bull. Trying to see if there's anything he could do about Jesper. Who's that ahead of Jesper? It's McLaren, that must be Chel's Kitchen then. Yeah, it is, Chel's Kitchen. So all these incidents starting to add up now and cause people to be lapped. Sector 3 yellow. What is going on here? Why is Ryan driving slowly like that? Well, Ryan just deliberately hit that driver then. Alright, look, let's go to the leaders. They're obviously messing about down there. So let's go to the leaders. Just going to check Discord, see if anything's in here. Yeah, it's Ryan. He's the one doing it. There's been something said to him in Discord. Well, it's either butt your ideas up or disappear, I'm afraid. Driving around the track with no front wing. Stopped on track. There's nothing I can do, I'm afraid. I wish there was. Sent him a message. Well, he's retired now. Thank goodness. Alright guys, well at least he's retired now and we can move on with the actual racing. Sorry about that. Some people are just children. Something goes wrong for them and they can't just put it behind them and get on with it, can they? So they have to misbehave. So as I say, my apologies for that. But, now they're gone. Now he's gone, hopefully we could just move on. Thank you to all of you for staying there with us. Just one bonus there that his car didn't cause a safety car, so the race is continuing as it was, as we're about to see Danny then make a move. Yeah, bit of a wave by this one because so close to the back of Andy when they come out and picked up DRS. And so, just got a message back from Ryan saying he was getting bored. You know what I mean? Well, no I don't, Ryan. Right then. What have I done? I've pressed... I certainly got rid of all standing, sorry about that. Let's go down to someone we've not seen much of yet. Let's go to Epic. That's Ronnie in the pits. That is Wolfie going around. So actually the top 11 are still really close together. Obviously Wolfie's got to lead himself and then Jesper's got to lead to AMZ. But after that, it's really, really close. Oh, as TNK has a spin. So, Epic was going to get that place in away on the straight with DRS, but so he doesn't need to worry about that now. He still gets the DRS. Gives him a nice chance just to bring a bit of time down to Seb. Now let's go back up to Zero Scott, who is right on the back of AMZ now. Close between these two. You would think we're going to see an attempt at a move once we hit the main straight. It's kind of you need to certainly be within half a second. I'd say 4 attempts is better. Well, in fact, Zero Scott opts to pit instead. Gets down in time for the line, so that promotes Danny into P4. Now we've got a yellow. Might be Cam Dog. Yeah, it was. But once again, he's back going as well, so no real issues there. Raph is catching the back of Donkey Kong. So if anybody's wondering, we hit that sort of point in the race where the medium tires are the worst tire now compared to the hards. So the hard drivers will have the pace advantage. Now I just wonder. So Zero Scott pit. Well, he was on the back of AMZ. I just wonder if AMZ might react to that in order to try and get an overcut. Because it was quite early to pit off the mediums, so he may not choose to. He may choose to have the better tyres later in the race to try and come back at Zero Scott instead. So, Raf. Oh, let's just nip up to Danny. Right on the back of AMZ then. As Andy comes into the pits. And Danny's going to have this done. Does indeed. And up into P3 now. So bear in mind, of course, he started on the hard tyres, so he's going to be a late pitter. Lord knows how in this race we haven't had a safety car yet, but we haven't. And the longer it goes on, the less chance you feel that we'll have one. So Andy comes out just behind Zero Scott. So I think he might have tried an overcut there, but it hasn't quite worked. So this sort of lap 15 would be well, lap 14-15 would be where you'd expect medium tyres to be coming in. So I think we'll see 1 or 2 pitters this lap. As for Whoopi, he's got the gap at the moment. He can just react to what goes on behind him. He doesn't need to be the one making a decision, but he does in a way. And into the pits he comes. Will Jesper follow, or will he stay out? He stays out. Danny obviously stays out. AMZ stays out. So Whoopi does act first. I'm a bit surprised at that. As I say, he had the gap that he could react to what everybody else was doing, rather than going himself. So obviously onto hard tyres. Let's go to Raf. So Whoopi come out then in P7. He's ahead of Sarah Scott. Flair Hamster has retired on the final corner. That will bring out a safety car. So potentially that is the worst possible scenario for Whoopi. He's still going to fly up the rankings when everybody else pits. Actually, the person who it's probably worse for is Danny, because it's a little bit early to pit for mediums, but he kind of doesn't have a choice. He kind of has to. React to what's happening, and if you bear in mind, I would imagine we're going to do a few laps under safety car. So let's just say, for argument's sake, we get going on lap 19. That means 15 laps remaining, which mediums can do. They'll obviously have a bit away from the safety car laps. So I think he is in. Say, I don't think he really had a choice. I think he's got to stick mediums on, try and get to the end. If he really can't and the tyres are going to blow up, then he'll have to just come in for a set of softs. But where is Whoopi? He's on the straight. I don't think he's going to get past Jesper. So Whoopi has lost the lead of this race. Well, I'm not someone who can see into the future, but I said I was surprised about Whoopi pitting when he did, but he's going to be annoyed. Epic is, yeah. Epic's having a good one. I've not got to see Epic very much yet since I've been doing the comms for the league. So glad to have him back on track tonight. I think we kind of needed this safety car a bit, I'm not going to lie. Hopefully it doesn't lead to more incidents, but I do think we needed this a little bit, just to bring everybody closer together. There's the top 12 are still on the lead lap, so... Should bring things up nicely closer together again. Stick with Big Out, because obviously he's got to catch up to the back. Will I say that? Actually, no. Better off going with Ferrari of Camdog, because it'll be when he catches the back of the safety car that we know it'll be coming in at the end of the lap. I will just say, I don't think Danny's going to have any issues getting those mediums to the end. I'm almost certain I saw somebody do 20 laps on mediums around here before. So, obviously they'll feel horrible come the end of the race, don't get me wrong, they're going to be way out of the ideal sort of wear, but I think they will make it. I don't think he's got any issues about that. it's just your luck, mate. Can't believe that. I was surprised you pitted though, mate, because I thought because you had the sort of 3.5, 4 second gap, whatever it was. I thought you could sort of react to the car behind you. You didn't need to act first. You could react to the guy behind you and what they were doing. But never mind. These things happen. Sometimes they happen against us. Sometimes they happen for us. It's just everyone in the world to tell you it always seems to happen against them because they only ever remember the bad ones. They don't remember the times that it works for them. I wouldn't be surprised, Whoopi. Yeah, well, it was a shame. A few of them. Well, there's a few races ruined tonight in there. It's a shame because, you know, people wait all week to do it, and then you get one that's it's not just disrespectful to the other drivers, it's disrespectful to myself, it's disrespectful to all the guys that run the league. Put all the effort into actually run a league, and then they just can't be bothered to act properly. In a way, we're back in, sorry. Nattering away and we're getting going again. Well, it looks like Whoopi's got a good reaction here. It's just when he comes out to the outside. Yeah, it's always the problem. He had the toe, but as soon as he comes to the outside and loses that toe, it becomes rather difficult to get past. A few changes going on. Andy Gatehouse, I think, has had a spin. Oh, can't find him. There he is. So he drops down to P13. So actually, it's the top 13 that are on the lead lap. So that's good news. Another spinner, AMZ. Where is Epic now? He's up to P6 now. Just get the what that position changes up. Danny up 17, obviously. He won't get my driver of the day, I promise you that, even if he wins. Just simply because he chose to start from the back, and I don't... The game will give it to him because of that, but I don't give it to anybody who chooses to start from the back and then makes their way through. If he took pole position and dominated and won the race by 40 seconds or something, I probably would give it to him, but not for starting from the back. But I know why he's done it, so no issues. Anyway, Seb, can he get a run here on TNK? TNK, a new driver tonight, he seems to be doing pretty well. He's on PlayStation. It's from the dark side, PlayStation. So Epic has gotten past Donkey Kong and up into P5. Yeah, that is true, Whoopi. The undercut is big around here. Doesn't look like Donkey Kong's going to be able to come back at Epic at the moment. Let's just go to Verstappen. To mention with Epic, the PRL in his name, I know the guys from that league. A few of them are friends. Very good league, indeed. Very fast people in that league. All very much like that. Well, not all very much like Danny, but they've certainly got drivers as quick as Danny in there. That's a Vale, for example, just one example. So, I think then we have to go to Danny, who's gotten ahead of Whoopi, and is all over the back of Jesper. I mean, to be fair to that, he needs to get past, doesn't he? There's no, but he's got to take advantage of while his tyres are good, and if he can create a bit of a gap, then he can actually ease off the tyres a little bit to help him survive. But he'll want to get ahead while he can, and that yellow flag is AMZ, who's retired in the pits. Always shout for the underdog. Come on, Jesper. Hold him off. Come out onto the straights. DRS is active, so you'd think that this is going to be done way before the braking zone. As you can see, it is. Hit the braking zone now. Comfortably done. And we shall probably see Danny disappear into the distance a bit now, as TNK and Donkey Kong are fighting. They've also got Seb right on the back of them. Oh, TNK just got a little bit out of shape on the exit there. Just a few from Zed. To mention on Epic, he's only 1.4 off of Verstappen now. But Verstappen's got a penalty, so he's certainly on for a P4 today. Oh, that was a bit of a send from Donkey Kong, and I don't know, or just oh crap, I've missed my brakes and can't stop in time. I missed my braking point, couldn't stop in time. I don't think he's picked up any damage, so I think we can continue quite happily as Danny sets fastest lap with a 19.9. We'll go to Whoopi, who's now back on the back of Jesper again. So, oh, there's a Red Bull round, and I'm guessing that's Donkey Kong, probably with lit up tyres. It's back going again though. Oh no, Epic! Well, he's back going again, but something happened. He had a spin or something, probably at the hairpin. It drops him down to P8. So tight here, isn't it? It's from Seb downwards to Epic, who's now 9. So the opposite on the tyres and cool them down a bit at the moment. Big Al picks up a penalty. There's something that's on Epic's side at the moment. He's still penalty free. Several others as well, but could be important coming into the race. That move, relatively comfortable. Looks like Big Al's having a little look back. Yeah, really alongside there, Al. He had that move done. Oh, he's left the session because of that. Or he's just disconnected from it, I'm not sure. I'll see if I can invite him back, see if he joins. Gatehouse now picking up a penalty. Zero having a little look. Is he going to get it? It's around the outside. Indeed he is. But TNK will get the DRS. Onto the straight if we can keep it close enough. Too worried about the yellow. Stick with this. So actually, Zero Scott would have been better off holding off on that overtake. Oh, and they both end up round. Well, I think the stewards are going to be busy in a way. TNK is been disqualified as well. Drove the wrong way. The game is far too quick to do that to people this year. I suppose that's not something that's been addressed. Yeah, it's been an issue since the game was released, so a little bit surprised at that. Whoopee now. Still on the back of Jesper. Oh, careful. He just needs to keep this close. So the chicane really close to each other through the final corner. And again, you would think with DRS that this should be a relatively easy overtake. Jesper has picked up a penalty there. I don't know what wings Jesper's running, but my goodness is he quick in a straight line. Wow. Perhaps that's why Whoopi was trying to have a little look on the corners. He must be running low downforce. If that's what he's doing, it could be so hard for this driver behind because they don't. It's just somebody's running a much lower downforce, which he appears to be. They're gonna need to brake a little bit earlier than you for all the corners, so be a bit difficult. Again, DRS just doesn't do anything for Whoopi. I must admit, I don't think he really used energy down the main straight last time. Oh, there's a little touch there. I'm aware he doesn't have massive amounts of energy, but he's got about double what Jesper's got. So this time, very tiny touch on the... now he seems to have gotten a better toe this time. He's going to go to the outside. Very much side by side. Oh, and Jesper's round. Contact. Let's go to Seb then. He's catching the back of Verstappen. Epic's recovered back up to P6 now. I'll keep an eye on him as he gets that gap down to Jesper. We will take a look at that one. Comes. Get DRS here. Not close enough. But it's not. This DRS zone isn't really about overtakes. If you're close enough and you can, then great. But it's more about allowing you to get close, really onto the back wing of the car in front, to give you a chance of the overtake down the main straight. Oh, Epic picks up a penalty. He's gone board. It's a bit far back, isn't he? Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let's go to Epic. He's having a look. Oh, Jesper's round again. Same corner. And this time he retires. That is a rage quit. Donkey Kong, I think, spun because Jesper's AI car was heading back on. He's round again. Either that or he's got rear wing damage. I'm not sure. Might have some damage to that rear wing, which is an absolute nightmare. Danny now leading by 12. Well, basically 13 seconds. Oh, whoopee! Something went wrong with Whoopi. That's why the gap's so big. I was amazed to look up and see 13 seconds. That's why the gap's so big. Whoopi's spun or something. Oh, now CanDog has crashed. That's going to be a safety car there. And indeed it is. Well, it's a shame for CanDog. Well, it's everybody in for softs, isn't it? I would imagine. Danny's got the time anyway. He'd be able to pit and come out ahead, still in first. So he'll definitely come in. There's no doubt about that. Just looking at tyres. There's usually one driver that decides not to. I always find that. I usually find there's one that thinks, actually, do you know what? There might only be 2 laps. Probably 3 at most. So I'm going to stay out and take the track position instead. And someone like Big Al or Andy might decide to do that. So it's, well, Seb's doing it. I'm surprised he's doing it. Ralph Staffen in, Whoopi in, Epic's in. What's Andy going to do? I think he needs to pit. He's got to. So Big Al, who appears to be an AI anyway. Oh, was he the driver invited back earlier on and didn't join back? Okay. So his AI stays out. He's just ahead of Epic. It's Epic's exiting. So, well, will it pay off for Seb? That's the big question. Now, who is that? That is Ronnie Mommy. So, he's looking on to him. He's going to be the last to catch up. So, going by where he is on the track, this could be a long one. Just looking, Charles Kitchen's already on the back of the pack. He may as well pit. He's in P10. Oh, I see. He's a lap down. He'll be saying, Seb, pull over. Seb might not even realise that it's not Danny, to be fair, because he's a McLaren as well. So, he might be saying, come on, Seb, move over so I can overtake. Just nip off track. If a driver nips off track, the game will let you overtake them without having to give the place back, you see. So, whereas if Charles Kitchen tries to do it himself, you get penalised and probably disqualified, actually. So, back to Ronnie Mommy. Just wondering if someone down here might pit. He stays out. So, judging by where the safety car is, he might actually catch the back of this before the end of this lap. Might be quite close. Right, so onto the back of the... Well, it should be early enough. It should come up straight away. There we are. Safety car in this lap. That's not ideal for Seb. Seb would really have enjoyed another lap. It's just one lap short of where it could have come in. It could have stayed out and done lap 31. But it hasn't. And so, when they cross the line, we'll have 3 laps remaining. Don't fancy Seb's chance of keeping the victory, but it's about where he can keep the car. See, there goes Seb, and the McLaren will get out of the way. I'll see their lap down. So, this means Danny's got a little bit more to make up, but that won't take long. Oh, Verstappen. Let's have a look at Danny here. Wow. Oh. Danny's got 5 seconds, ignoring the yellow flag, and I'm a little bit bewildered by that. I'm not entirely sure what that was for. Unless, because he overtook his teammate when his teammate got out of the way, and I wonder if it was before the start-finish line. And so he's been told to give the position back. And that's why Raf's maybe caught him, because he was trying to slow down, but of course his teammates disappeared because he's let everybody else through. Well, first 2 laps. Well, actually, do you know what? They will get DRS, but not along the main straights at all. Oh, that's not great from Whoopi. Danny's retired. Had enough of that. And he leaves. That puts Epic up into P3. He's on the podium now. Whoopi. Across the escape road. And Verstappen then makes the move. Sees him into P1. Obviously, Epic does have a penalty, so he's to try and create as much a gap as he can to try and limit the loss because of that. But which, if he can get past Seb, it would help him to put that car between him and the... Oh, and Zero Scott spun it. Zero spun. It's back going again, but that puts Whoopi now into P4. So here, this is important for Epic now. He won't get DRS, as I say, because the activation's before the start-finish line. Not able to produce a straight line speed to do it, but obviously he's got the grip advantage in those soft tyres. Ends up going around the outside, but he'll get it into this corner. It's a break so much later. So let's just bring the penalties up a second. So Epic's got 3. Oh, Verstappen's got 6. Whoopi already past Seb. So as it stands right now, Whoopi will be promoted to first. He may be in a little bit of trouble from stewards with the Danny incident there, but that's for after the race. We can only go by what actually happens and where they finish. So Verstappen's going to cross the line in P1. 6 seconds of penalties are going to really hurt. I think he's going to drop to P5. So We'll see. So Epic up to first, but then drops to second. Seb goes up to second. Epic down to third, but does get a podium. Zero's got up to fifth. Raf then actually stays P4. Still got a good result. I'll confirm all the results when the screen comes up. It's, well, that was a hectic race, to say the least. And it's going to be a huge amount for the stewards to look into. I think there'll be one or two leaving as well, finding the exit, whether it's by themselves or else. But we shall see. Whoopi, at the moment then, provisionally takes victory in Spain. La España celebrates with a bubbly hat. So, yeah, just to confirm then, so provisionally then, Whoopi's taking the victory in Spain, Seb P2, Epic P3 with fastest lap, 1:19.892. So well done to him, that was a tough race, but he's done through really well to take a podium and fastest lap. Ralph Staffen did a great job as well, P4. Zero Scott P5, Andy Gatehouse 6, Donkey Kong 7, Big Al 8, De Courcy 9, Gels Kitchen 10, Ronnie Mummy in P11, then from P12 down are all retirements. Just scroll down through the incidents so that the stewards can use them if they need them. See, an awful lot for a 50% race, but there we have it. Regards driver of the day, I think Seb's done a fantastic job, but I think overall, because of what things that happened through the race, I'm going to give driver of the day to Epic, I think. So, congratulations to him on that. You don't get anything for it, by the way. It's just the pleasure of knowing I thought he drove well. But still, it's nice to be recognised, I suppose. We don't do interviews. Alright, unfortunately. At least not yet. But there we have it. Anyway, yeah, overview of the race. Hectic. Some huge amounts of silliness going on. Too many crashes. Way too many crashes. You've got to give space when somebody's overtaking you. The person doing the overtaking has to leave the defender space as well. So there was some incidents of that. In a way, as I say, there's going to be a lot for stewards to look at, I think. And I think there's going to be some leaving and things like that. But that's just the way it is. No worries. Oh, other than that, guys, thanks to everybody that's tuned in. MRI League Racing, thank you very much for keeping me company as well. Very awesome of you. And I'm back at 8 PM. We've got WAOF1. If you haven't watched WAOF1 before, please tune in. It's a full grid tonight. It's an epic standard of racing, so please join. We're at France tonight, and it's a sprint race as well. So please, if you've got the time, even if you only jump in for a bit, come and have a look. But yeah, thanks to everybody that watched the stream back at a later point as well. It's very much appreciated by myself. I'm Mark Hilly 9505, and as I say, I'll be back at 8 PM. Thank you, everybody. Well done to the top three, and see you again. Thank you very much.